as I'd like to start every board meeting, please, with a moment of silence for all those who have died or have been ill due to this coronavirus. We need, I think, every board meeting, and this one is no exception, to acknowledge and thank all the people on the front lines, our doctors, our nurses, our other healthcare professionals, our EMTs, our grocery store staff, our pharmacy staff, all those people, our truck drivers, all those people who are helping us during this coronavirus. We also must thank our students and their parents for their perseverance in distant learning. To our teachers, teacher assistants, thank you for encouraging and helping our students continue to learn. We are hearing about the amazing job our teachers and teachers assistants are doing in this new virtual world, and we really do want to thank you. For our nurses, I want to thank you for what you're doing to help in the child care so that our emergency workers can go to work and their children will be safe. For our cafeteria staff, for preparing the food for our children, for our custodians, for cleaning and disinfecting our buildings, for our central office staff under the leadership of Dr. McCahill for their absolutely amazing leadership, and to our Board of Education for their continued support of Nanuet schools. We know that these are very trying times for everyone, but we really are very resilient and we will get through this. We are Golden Knights. We hope all of you stay safe and please stay home. We will be doing video Zooms of all of our meeting, and hopefully next meeting I will actually you'll be able to see me, which will be wonderful. Okay, the next order of business for our board meeting is approval of minutes. May I have a motion? Would you please say your name when you're moving the motion?
Sue Frisch, I'll move it.
Second, please.
Sarah, I'll second it.
There are seconds. Did anybody have any additions, deletions, or questions on the last minutes?
No.
Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The minutes are approved. Next item on our agenda is consent agenda. I need a motion, please.
Lynn, I'll move it.
Moved by Lynn, I second.
Christine, I'll second.
Adrian. Seconded by Christine. Anybody have any questions on the consent agenda? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It is carried. Next item is certified personnel. We have nothing submitted on that line.
Nothing.
The next is our property tax report card. Dr. McCahill.
Mario, did you want to
Sure.
read this one, the property tax?
Sorry. Can create and publish a version of the Nanuet School District's property tax report card.
Are you going to read?
Do you want me to? Yeah, I'll jump. Under the New York State Education Law, the district's property tax report card 2020-2021 must be approved by the Board of Education before it can be submitted to the state, no later than 24 days prior to the statewide uniform voting day. Therefore, be it resolved that upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, the attached information will be submitted to the New York State Education Department via the web so that the SED can create and publish a version of the Nanuet School District's property tax report card.
Thank you. I need a motion, please.
Christine,
Ed, I'll move it.
Ed moves it. Second by
Adrian?
Adrian. Anybody have any questions on this? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It is carried. Our next item is budget appropriations, the authorization of the 2020-21 budget appropriations. Is that Mario?
I'll go with it. Be it resolved that upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, the Nanuet Board of Education authorizes the 2020-2021 school year budget in the amount of $76,156,263 to be presented to the voters for approval on or about June 1st, 2020, or at a time set by the governor of New York.
Yeah. Motion, please.
Sarah, I'll move it.
Sarah moves it. Second, please.
Sue, I'll second it.
Okay, anybody have any questions on this? Of course, everybody knows that the governor yesterday said that schools can probably expect a 20% cut in their aid. We are, since we just heard it last night, we are working to see what that would mean for Nanuet, and we will be back in the future with plans on what that means for Nanuet and how we'll go about solving that particular problem. So all those in favor? I don't know if and opposed? It is carried. The next item on our agenda is the superintendent's report. Dr. McCahill.
Okay, great, thank you. Yes, to start off my report by announcing, which the drum roll has been taken away from me through social media. We announced our valedictorian and salutatorian on all of our social media platforms. So our valedictorian is Alexander Nakash, and our salutatorian is Carol Sau. What I can say before I read a little blurb from Principal Mike Mahoney, that not only are these students obviously fantastic students in school, they know how to succeed in the platform of our school, assessments and everything else, but they take high-level courses and they're involved. These are students that are involved in a multitude of different clubs, different sports, music, other things that connect with the community, kindness things. These are students that stretch themselves in so many different directions. They are the exemplars of what we hope for in our mission when we work with all of our students, is to get out of your comfort zone, stretch yourself in all different directions, try new things. You don't always have to be perfect at everything, but we want you to build an experience in your 13 years in Nanuet schools that allows you at graduation to have a nice transcript that hits a little bit of all the different experiences. And these are two wonderful students. And if I could just say, I enter the high school a whole lot. I'm always met with a huge smile from both of them. They're really the kindest and sweetest kids. And you would never know that they are really just academic juggernauts. They're just down-to-earth kids, always surrounded by a bunch of really great kids that give back to the school community. So, really proud that they're representing Nanuet this year as our valedictorian and salutatorian. So Alex's blurb from Principal Mahoney is Alex is a talented, intelligent, and humble leader in our school community. He's a National Merit Scholarship winner. He's a contributor in all components of our high school, and his voice is valued by all. He works hard to achieve his goals, and he possesses talents that will serve him well in life. He is the voice of Nanuet High School. He's our morning voice, doing the Pledge of Allegiance and all of the announcements at the high school this year, and leads our school in the pledge of it every single day. He's currently undecided in considering his college options, and we will absolutely miss him very, very much. Our salutatorian, Carol Sau. Carol is a mature, creative, and talented leader in our school community. She is very driven and determined. Her talents and drive promote our school culture and spirit in so many different ways. Her passion and school spirit enrich the learning environment. These attributes will undoubtedly serve Carol well in her future. A talented musician and captain of her debate club, Carol possesses great pride in being a Golden Knight. She is also currently undecided in her college options, and we will miss her too very much. So thank you to Mr. Mahoney for offering those two kind words of wisdom about our two top-notch students. So thank you. I'm really proud to announce that. Some other highlights on our nights, some of our staff members, Steve Martin and Vinnie Garrison, have been acknowledged in both local and even beyond the Hudson Valley for 3D printing face shields for nurses, hospitals, doctors, everybody in the medical field. We've shared some really nice articles and pictures of the work that they're doing to donate their time and making those shields for those on the front lines that we are so proud of. So thank you to Mr. Garrettson, Mr. Martin, and all of our other teachers and school members that are working on those fronts. So I know a lot of people that are making masks and stuff like that. So shout out to Vinny and Steve for today. Also, Miss Missy Barnes, another teacher at the high school, her family put together 450 shields. Missy has also been delivering shields to various hospitals such as Good Sam, Columbia Nyack Hospital, and Crystal Run. Also, she's providing shields to the Ramapo Police Department. And Missy Barnes is also donating leggings for under scrubs and making face masks for the healthcare professionals. So again, people really stepping out of themselves and doing really kind things to help out during this pandemic crisis. Two other things that I want to share in my super report. One thing is that I get forwarded emails daily by principals and teachers with accolades from our parents. Moms, dads, grandmas, grandpas, guardians, and the like are all sharing their gratitude for our teachers. We know that our medical professionals are on the front lines, when it comes to, emotional and physical support for this pandemic. But we also know that our educators, our school systems are on the front lines in terms of emotionally and academically supporting our families, keeping consistency, keeping our family structures intact through daily routine and interactions with our professionals, our teaching professionals. So thank you to the parents, thank you to the guardians, the grandmas and grandpas who are taking the time to write emails, to send really nice things back to our teachers. They need it. They need the emotional support. They need that feedback. They're giving you everything they got to support our kiddos. So thank you. Please keep them coming. Keep those emails coming. It means a lot to us, more than you think. So please keep taking 10, 15 minutes of your time, write an email back to your teachers. It means more than you know. And the last thing that I want to say is I want to thank our principals. We had given our principals back their social media, iPhones a week ago. And we said, get your personalities back out there. You lost the ability to stand out at your flagpoles in the morning when the buses drop the kids off, to high five kids and to say hi to parents and to have really important conversations with parents each and every day. We asked those principals to take their phones back, get back on Facebook, get back on Instagram and on Twitter and do videos. And they just put their shoulders to the wheel and far exceeded our expectations. Each day you can see our proud principals, their smiling faces on our social media. So big shout out to them, huge debt of gratitude for their leadership during this really difficult time. So thank you. That's my superintendent report for today.
Right. Thank you, Dr. McCahill. Did we receive any questions from the public?
No, not of yet. So that was going to be my next thing for unfinished business. Again, to our public who's listening out there, if you go to the Nanuet Schools homepage, right underneath my section, the superintendent section, there's, my mug is right there for one of my recent videos. Right above that is a link where you can fill out a really quick Google survey, which you just put your name, you can do it anonymous, and you're just giving questions that you have for anybody in our school community. And I see the lack of questions on there as an attribute to our communication platform right now. I know when speaking with our leadership team, our principals are fielding questions from parents constantly, and we welcome that. That's where we want the parents to go with their questions. Teachers, teacher leaders are fielding questions, rumor busting, things they've heard, things they've read online, all of that we welcome those inquiries. That's what we're here for. We feel distant from people just like everyone feels. So I think that the main district site is not getting the traffic because I'm hoping, and I hope I'm not wrong here, that our community is happy with the response right now from our teachers, from our principals, from our district level leaders. So we're getting back to people constantly. But nevertheless, if anybody has anything to share, any questions for the board, any questions for me or our district level team, there is a mechanism through the website, and we will always address that whatever we can during this unfinished part of the public board.
Right,
Board
and then, right, and we will address them at a board meeting. So please, if you have any questions, please send them in. Next under is new business, and first up is Rockland County School Boards. Christine, did you have any report?
Well, we haven't had an official meeting. We may have one in May. But I guess the biggest news is that Leanne Irvin, she's our executive director and she is resigning as of June 30th. So they are looking for a new executive director. So if anyone is interested, there is a job description that we could put out there. And it just can't be an active board member, a little conflict of interest. But anyone else who's looking to take this kind of position, we can speak to Tammy or to Sandy. So that's
Okay.
pretty much this news.
Great, thank you. From as far as the state and the national, we've all been reading about what's going on. We still don't know when our board elections will be or our board vote will be. It's supposedly been pushed to June 1st. Whether it happens on June 1st or not, we really don't know. But soon as we know, we will certainly inform the public about how the voting will go. But we know absolutely nothing about that right now. And as far as local government, does anyone have anything from local government? Okay, I will ask for an adjournment of the meeting. Thank you, everybody, for listening in. And if you have any questions, please make sure you give them to us so we can answer them. But thank you all. I need a motion to adjourn, please.
Christine, I'll move it.
Christine moves it.
Ed, I'll second it.
Ed seconds it. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
Opposed? All right, thank you, everyone.
All right.
Thank
Good night,
you.
everybody.
Good night.
Safe.
All right, stay well, everyone.